And here's the clap. Okay, welcome all you beautiful people from all around the world.
حلوين من حوالين العالم.
Z, I'm going to mute you.
Sorry.
Okay, so just some housekeeping. This is the first time I'm doing a call on where which is being translated. So I don't really know in what speed to go. Thank you, Sami. So Z, if I'm going a little fast, will you let me know so I can slow down a bit? Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm super excited for this call. Then this call is called, when did you start uninviting money? Okay. So how many of you actually believe you have uninvited money? Raise of hands if you can. Both hands. Sammy says both hands. Yay! Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right? Now, what if I said that that's a lie? What if I said that that's a lie and that's a story that you want to believe in order to never really have money? Okay. Now I have another question for you. How many of you believe you have a receiving problem? Raise of hands. You have a receiving problem? Yeah? Yeah. Nobody has a receiving problem. Nobody ever has a receiving problem. But you know what occurs? You start believing that you have a receiving problem and that you only receive lack, and then you start receiving lack. But you're still receiving what you're asking for. Okay, so the moment you start saying, oh, I have a receiving problem, I can never receive what I have asked for, I can only receive 1/10 of it, you already created another story to not receive money. So it's like Inception. Have you seen the movie Inception? There's a story within the story and in the story, and you're like, I don't seem to get over this problem of money. I don't seem to be able to just change my financial issue. And I feel like I'm going in a loop. No matter how many times I do the How to Become Money workbook, no matter how many times I do energy pulls, no matter what tools I use, everybody seems to be changing it, but not me. And now that's another story. Okay, so everywhere you guys are so committed to your stories. Everywhere you're so committed to not having your reality. Can you just try and create that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pot, online shots, buys and beyonds. Now, every time somebody comes and offers you something, or rather, you know,
I'm sorry, but can we give a small snippet about the clearing statement, because some people in the Arabic Zoom are new to access?
Sure, sure. So did you say you want to know more about the clearing statement?
No. Just if we can tell them where we can find them, or we're going to offer a link after,
Sure.
because some of them are new to access.
Okay, thank you, Z. Okay, so right now what I said, right, wrong, good, bad, pop, pod, online shots, buys and beyonds, it's called the clearing statement, and it's created by the founders, that's Gary, Douglas, and Dane here, and you'll find more information about it. It's a 20 minutes video on clearingstatement.com. Okay, I wouldn't like to go into that right now, but we can go into more stuff about money. Okay, cool. So you know, how many times do you go on a date, you go meet a friend, you go on for a dinner with your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, your best friend, and you know, we start ordering things, and then when the bill comes, they're like, hey, you know what, I'll take it, I'll pay for you. And you're going to, no, I cannot do that, let's just split it, or probably I'll pay for it. That's you starting saying that, hey, no, I don't want to receive money, I'm good, I'm fine exactly where I am, let me take it. That's the way you uninvite money, rather than lowering your barriers and asking, hey, are you sure? I don't mind doing it, but if they say yes, then go ahead and receive it. And we do that with everything. We do that with everything. Uninviting money. What is money? Let's just go into that. What is money for you guys?
Energy.
Yes. What else? What else is money? Okay. Now, money is basically energy. Okay. Now, the moment you stop receiving any kind of energy, the moment you stop receiving um, any kindness, the moment you stop receiving any kind of thing, you're uninviting money. The moment you start saying no to things, the moment you start saying no to um, a hug, a smile, when a person smiles at you, you're like, ooh, why is he smiling at me? Or does he want something? You're already pushing energy away from you. You've already decided that there's a hidden agenda of, somebody's going to harm you. So you're already uninviting energy into your life. The moment you uninvite energy, you're blocking out money. And the moment you put up your barriers, the moment you start uh, saying no, I'm not going to receive this, you're already saying I'm not going to receive anything. Okay. I'm sorry I'm missing out on the comments. So we have a question from Yuka. She says, can you elaborate on money being energy? Of course I can. Okay, so Yuka, when you breathe, do you start counting how many breaths you take a day, a minute?
No.
Do you just breathe, right?
Mm,
And what happens when you start breathing?
I don't die.
Yeah, you don't die, and you also start feeling energized. You
Mm.
don't feel weak. Okay, that's the energy that your body requires to be alive, to be functional, to create the things that you'd like to create. Now, if you go out, when you meet me, what do we when I come and hug you, or when I say hi, it's so nice to meet you, what are we exchanging?
Energy, vibes.
Yes. Now, when we go out for a dinner and we're interacting with the waiter, the person who's serving us, the hotel, and the people who are giving us food, what are we doing? We're
Exchanging.
interacting in energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if money was not to be made significant, it was actually made a few years ago for it to be made easy to exchange things. So if we were to look at only receiving money, and if there was no lack in the world, and if there was an abundance of air, that means you have an abundance of energy. Does that make sense? Or does it sound theoretical even now?
No, it makes sense. I've never heard that perspective before. I've heard money is energy a lot of times before, but never heard this perspective.
Yeah. So now when you start looking at, I'm not sure if you guys have seen my video that I recently made, but there's law of nature, okay? There's absolutely no void and lack in the universe. Now, if you were to clear out space, like, probably your garden, cut down all the trees, cut down the grasses, cut down everything, and leave it untouched for a few months, what would the universe do? What would nature do? It would actually fill it up. So over here, when you start creating the space to receive money, to when you start creating the space where your story is not that, oh, I'm not going to receive money anyways, I'm not going to have the comfort I want to have, I'm not going to have the business I want to have, I'm not going to get the clients I want to have, my boss is not going to give me a promotion. When you stop filling it up with such stories and allow the space, when you allow the space, then the universe can fill it up with abundance, because remember, there's no shortage of air, there's no shortage of oxygen, there's no shortage of sunlight, there's no shortage of rainfall, there's no shortage of a lot of things in the universe, on the planet. So if you are willing to create that space of no resistance, no story, and absolute congruence, then you can start receiving and inviting money into your space. Actually, you don't even need to invite money. You in yourself are an invitation to money. All you need to do is to drop the need to uninvite it. Because you know why? If you look at your body, how many cells are there in your body? A few trillion? Yeah? A few trillion cells? You're not born with one cell in your body. You're not born with just if that one cell dies, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die. No. A few 100,000 cells die every day, but they're reborn. And that's the law of nature. So if you were willing to allow yourselves to be the abundance, if you were willing to open the gateways to receive the abundance, which you are embodying because you have a few million cells, trillion cells contributing to you every day. You have a whole lot of space in the universe that's willing to contribute to you. You have molecules willing to contribute to you. All you have to do is drop your story. And all you have to do is know that you are abundance. And now, so anybody here in business, anybody here who has a problem with having clients or any of those things? Anybody here?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. So Rashi, how much money, if I can put you on the spot because you said I do, how much money do you make in a month?
Uh, it's a very tricky question. See, I work with kids. So what happens now? Everything is online. So at times you have one child, at time you have two,
No,
sometimes you
so
have
tell me,
three.
how much money did you make in May?
In May,
Hmm.
I think 10 grand.
Okay, you made 10 grams, right? And how much were you aiming at making?
I wasn't aiming actually. I don't aim as to having so much money, because knowing that the profession is such that one day, you may have maybe six kids at one go, or you may have one child uh, in a month. So I can't stick to any deciding on an amount.
Okay, so Rashi, you see that's a story that's going for you.
Mm.
You believe that you don't know it. Your career is unpredictable. Your business is unpredictable. Do you know how many kids are there in India? Like, I'm just
Yeah.
asking. Like, do you know how many? I don't know, millions, or I don't know how many kids are in India. Only India. I'm talking about, and then go about the globe. Okay, and then your story is that you don't know if you're going to have enough kids as your clients. But if you were to start putting up targets and be congruent to the target, hey, you know what? I'd like 10 kids, or I'd like 50 kids, or I'd like 100 kids. And let go of your story that, oh, maybe I don't think I may have any clients this month. Because if you say I don't have clients this month, you're right, because your point of view creates a reality.
Mm. Got it.
So the thing is, you have to let go of the commitment to your story of lack and be congruent to your ask.
Mm.
And
Understood.
even if you're at 10,000 rupees today, and if you say, okay, I want to create 20,000 rupees this month, and then the next month go to 50,000 rupees, and then the next month go to 1 lakh rupees. It doesn't have to be an incremental step up, but if you're not congruent to the leap of I can go from 10,000 rupees to 1 lakh rupee, that's okay. That's okay. But be congruent to what you're asking to create. And don't go into the wrongness of you, because the moment you start judging you, the moment you start doubting you already uninvited money. You already uninvited energy. You already blocked out energy.
Yeah, I do judge myself a lot. When it comes to my profession, I do judge myself a lot. Interesting point of view, right?
Yeah. And what is the judging creating for you?
Nothing. It's
Okay. I'm sure it's creating something because you are judging yourself. It's serving something for you.
No, it's, I think judging myself is only creating more and more hurdles for me, right?
Yeah, and you still continue to do that.
That's the awareness I got speaking to you.
So how committed are you to uninviting money? How committed are you to the lack of never having money? How committed are you to always keeping you diminished and everything that doesn't allow that? Can you just try and clear that, please?
Yes.
I try and get back up for online shots, but yeah. Okay. Cool. So something that I wanted to say. So now when you start inviting money and when you start being the congruence, what occurs?
Receive more money.
Yes. Now the thing is, when as a child, when you're just discovering these things about you, your life, your people, you start like when I was a kid, I was very enthusiastic of making money. I actually started my first business when I was 17 years old. And I was like, okay, cool, let's do this because business was fun for me. I started my event management company. And then I started receiving money with so much ease. I had so many clients within a month, and I was like, okay, cool, let's do this. And what occurs is that when you start creating that, someone or something will come your way, and mostly at times it's your family, at times it's your close friends, at times it's people, random people who come to you and say, hey, you know what? Uh, they're like, oh my God, she's receiving this with absolute ease. And they stop, they sort of stop receiving you because you have it as absolute ease. Now, what you do is when you start perceiving that somebody cannot receive you, you start going into the wrongness of you because you perceive the rejection of them. Like they're rejecting you. And you're like, hey, I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be abandoned. I don't want to be the bad person. So, you know what? I'm just going to not make money because this is making somebody uncomfortable. And most likely it's going to be your parents. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to always be a little less than my parents. I'm going to keep my parents comfortable. And then you stop. And then you stop making the kind of money. That's another way you uninvite money to your life. Okay. Z, I see your hand up.
Yes, we have a question.
Yes.
Give me a chance to translate this. So somebody wrote in the chat, بسأل سؤال غادة wrote in the chat, how do we do abundance, do, like literally translates to do, and make it easy? Is there an affirmation or exercise? So just hang on, let me translate.
Okay.
So if you can.
Yes, I can. Okay. Firstly, abundance is not a doing. Abundance is a being. If you start receiving the molecules in your body, the trillions of cells in your body, you're being abundance. If you start receiving the zillions of molecules around you who are dying to contribute to you, you're being abundance. And the way to actually start actualizing abundance is to actually start dropping the stories of being lack and to start being congruent to your ask. So to be congruent to your ask, you require clarity on what you're asking.
Excuse me, you require to what with your ask?
You require clarity of what you're asking. Clarity. Yeah. Okay. So you require clarity of what your ask is. You start getting clarity. Okay, maybe I don't require $10,000 this month. I don't require 10 lakh rupees this month. What I do require is 2 lakh rupees, and start getting that's $2,000. Start getting congruent to those $2,000 and start being congruent to that. Okay, that's the way to be abundance. That's the way to invite money into your reality. That's the way where you create the space where the universe can shift and change molecules, do the quantum entanglement, shifting the quantum entanglement in a way that they can contribute to you. Be you. And guys, the molecules of the universe, the light beings, the energy of money is waiting to come to your bank account, waiting to come to you, to contribute to you, to gift you the comfort, to gift you the change that money brings in. The only reason money actually exists is to change people's reality. It's not to diminish you, it's not to get you into a space of lack. So if you're willing to change your reality by receiving money, and if you're willing to use that money to change other people's reality, then you can actually have money. Okay, we have another question.
There's one more.
Yes.
You want me to go or the other hand?
No, you go.
Okay. So somebody says, okay, let me literally translate. Zaina love, I have a question. She's going to have money, but the amount will reach 50,000 riyals. And then when it reaches, she's gonna have expenses and expenditure.
Thank
So
you.
that's
Such a brilliant question.
the good some. So okay, just can I say something here?
Yes.
Rasha, if you're on this chat, Rasha إذا أنت في هذا الchat and you want وتبغي الجواب بالعربي روحي chat العربي if you're on this chat because she wrote it here. إذا تبغي الجواب بالعربي روحي chat الثاني. Sorry.
That's okay. Okay, cool. So this is such a brilliant question because there used to be a time in my life where I would reach about 50,000 rupees or 75,000 rupees, and I would fucking stop. I'd be like, okay, I can't go beyond this and then I would have a huge expense and I would go down to 10,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees, and I'm like, oh, I have to start all over again. And it's that loop of hitting the glass ceiling of what you've put for yourself, that benchmark. I'm going to receive this money and this is all I can receive. Because if I do go beyond this, I'm going to offend my mother. She's going to reject me. She's going to hate me for having more money. Or I'm going to upset my best friend. Or I'm going to upset my father because I'm starting to become this woman that he may not really receive. So you have to look at what are your points of views of going beyond that benchmark. What have you decided will occur if you go beyond that? Who's going to hate you? Who's going to reject you? Who's going to die if you create more money than this? And who's going to disown you? Okay. Now, if you're going to be okay with people dying, people rejecting you, people disowning you, people hating you for being you, then you can start receiving more money.
Reshma, can I ask something here?
In just a minute.
All right.
Yeah. And the thing is, the moment you reach those 50, did she say 50,000 riyal? Yeah.
Sorry, Rishma, can you repeat the last part?
Was it 50,000 riyal?
Yeah, she said that she gets, but just when I speak English, give me 1 second to translate.
Yeah.
So she said she will have 50,000 riyals. She's expecting to have 15,000. And then as soon as she has it, the expenses will pop.
Okay, cool. Great conclusion. Great story.
Hang on, just let me translate that. For me. Okay, go.
Okay. This is such a brilliant story. Like she's going to have 50,000 whatever currency, and then there will be some expenses. So the story is amazing. It's perfect to always lack money. Okay. So you guys, so if you're going,
And then she will spend it. There was one more.
and then she will spend it. Brilliant story to never have money. Okay. You see that story? Do you really see it? Like I'd really like to know if this is making absolute sense to you guys. Okay. Now there are two things over here. Okay. The earlier thing that I was speaking about is that you make the money and then you suddenly have expenses. So in that case, when you reach 50,000 USD or whatever that currency is for you, then you start, and when that expense comes up, you ask yourself, is this really relevant? Do I really have to spend money right now? And most likely you're going to get a no to that. So you then what you do is you're going to, okay, cool, now where can I create more money from? And you out create that amount. You out create that bit. And the second part is where she says that I will receive money and then I will have expenses and then I will need to spend it. That means it's all in the future. She's already spent the money that will come, and she's already created a lack. And then she feels the pressure that I'm never going to have money. And it's like that vicious loop. So you're never going to have money. You're made sure that you're never going to have money. Either you use your credit card and you start putting yourself in the same loop again. And if you are using credit cards, guys, please know that you're spending money that you do not have. Okay. Okay. And now everything that is, can we just try and clear that? I stranded bad got online shots. Of course, Sammy, it's fun. Of course, it's fun to not to spend the money that's not yours. I mean, how many of us have had a lot of have had a lot of fun spending our parents' money, husband's money, wife's money, girlfriend's money, boyfriend's money? Like, it's fun. Why not? But what if you start creating money and keeping a bunch of it aside to actually have fun with it, if that's what you want? Go gambling with it, but have like a target. I'm going to have $1,000, $2,000, $10,000, and that's for me to gamble. And have another resource, have something else that you're going to create your life with. This is just extra money that you're going to spend it up because you want to spend. You're not doing it because you have to. It's a choice. Okay. Namrita, was your question directly connected to this question?
Yeah, I already got the awareness. Thank you so much for that. And I would really like to add, as you said, that there are glass ceilings that we really, decide to put on. And there are people that we don't really want to get, away from, and we don't want to get them annoyed and
Yep.
to reject us to have more money. That gives me a lot of awareness that yes, I have people, and of course my family, that I want to be, at a state wherein they see me as uh, as pity, or sometime as loving, because uh, I picked up this point of view that having pity of others is also having love of others.
Now, everything that was just trying and feel that.
Yes.
Right, good bad for online shots, boys and beyond.
Sorry, what did she say in the end? Just because I want to.
So she said that she picked up a point of view. Being pity of others, like pitying somebody else, is also loving others.
Sorry, pitying someone else's what? And I had
Pitying someone else is also loving that person. Yeah. And now that's such an amazing point of view to have, to always be the superior one, to always never receive from that person that you're pitying. Again, a story to block your receiving. Again, a story to uninvite money. Again, thing that that stops the energy to flow to you. Because if you're being the superior one, then you can't receive from anybody else. Okay. Yubi, I see you have a question, but we have two other questions before that. Is this directly related to this conversation?
Rishma, I'm sorry, but the one that you answered about
Babe, I can't hear you.
the one that you answered about the 50,000, she wrote something in the chat related to your question. Do you want to take her at the end, or do you want
No, we'll take, since it's directly connected, we'll take that. You wait just a moment. Yes.
I apologize for cutting it. So, Rasha, she wrote in the private, Zaina, I didn't understand the answer.
Do you want to bring her on and have a direct conversation? Because
yeah, Rasha, okay, so hang on, let me translate. The okay, so she said, okay, uh okay, so if you want to hop, if تبغي تطلعي, if you want to hop off, you can do that, but or if you can get clear on the question, you can, او اذا تبي تكوني واضحة في سؤالك تقدري تسوي ده. I don't know she's on which part, if she's on the Arabic or the English, but Rishma is offering that if رشمة بتعرض انك تطلعي من الميوت اذا تبي. I don't know what she's gonna say with that. I
no
can hop.
voice. She's saying no voice here. She's on this line. Is it Rasha Ibrahim? Rasha, if you want to come on and we can talk, because that'll be a direct facilitation. I don't have enough information to know what's going on at your end. Okay. Until we figure what's going on, I'll take a question. Is that okay, Z? Yeah?
Yes, sure. I'm just fixing my sound because
that's fine. Okay. Yubi, you want to go this Seema's question as well. So Yubi.
So my question is actually related to this one.
Yeah.
Similar situation. I have a signed deal, so I have to make a big amount, pay a big amount to a channel, and I am about to receive. I haven't received one sponsorship. So there is no excitement. Actually, there's a lot of dead energy there because I know it's less than the amount that I have paid to the channel. I know the moment it comes in, it will go away. So my bank account balance will stay where it is right now. It won't make a difference. Second, I was thinking whether I should take the 10% for myself and 10% for the business or not, when I know that it's way lesser than what I have to pay.
The thing is, if you're not willing to honor yourself with money, then money will start recognizing that, okay, anyway, she doesn't like me, so I'm not going to her. So, you know what, fuck that shit. Why am I making all the effort to get to her account and she's going to throw me out anyway? It's like that friend, you know, you invite your friend into your house, and then you're like, hey, you know what, I'm actually busy today. Can we meet tomorrow? And then when she comes tomorrow, you're like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm just about to sleep. Can we meet day after? And then you throw that friend again. Third time she's gonna come like, hey, I'm actually going to a party. I don't have time for you. Can I see you never? Like that's the energy you're telling your friend. And that's exactly what you're doing with money. So when your money comes in, if you aren't willing to honor yourself with the 10% and you throw it all out into paying your bills, into doing whatever you require, into doing whatever that is, you're already saying that, hey, I don't need you. You're not important to me. It's not relevant.
Yeah, and there's also this conclusion, right? That I have made this money that is coming in as the savior, and iske alawa or there no other money can come in. So there's this conclusion also that
Absolutely.
this is all that I receive, not more.
Absolutely. So you have to be willing to honor you no matter what amount comes in. And the moment you start honoring you, there'll be more amounts that come in. And the thing is, you're not going, yay, I created a sponsorship. Yay, I I finally fucking did what I said I would. And you're like, huh, I created the sponsorship, but it's going somewhere else anyways. So what the fuck? What did I create? You see,
Damn, you hit the spot.
yeah, that's the energy. So unless you're willing to be, fuck, I actually created what I said I would. And what the fuck else is possible? And how does it get better? What is possible here that I'm not even considering yet? You know? So
Nice.
cool. Okay. We have Seema. Does that answer your question, Yuri?
Yes, yes, yes.
Cool.
Thank you.
Welcome. Seema, we have a question.
Hi, Reshma.
Hello.
Yeah, so my question is that, I did that exercise that they tell in diet, which is for you to calculate the expenses that you have and the amount of money that is coming in for your current lifestyle and then the lifestyle that you want to have. So there is a huge gap. Like currently, I would say I'm earning 1 lakh a month, and then I calculated for the lifestyle I would like to have. It's around 7.5 lakhs a month. So, and I'm cutting off my expenses to be within my means. So what questions can I ask here to change this and to create the money I would like to have?
Okay. So Seema, the thing is, can you create money from 1 lakh to 7.5 lakh? Do you believe you can create? No, that's a no. You're not saying anything. So I'm gonna say that's a no. Okay. So now the point is you have to start asking for an amount that you're congruent to. From 1 lakh, are you congruent to receiving 1,50,000 rupees? Are you congruent to receiving 2 lakh rupees? So start with where you're congruent to um, rather than beating yourself up about not reaching where you want to.
Okay.
Zina, did that question, I mean, did you hear the question? I'm sorry, I didn't see your comment.
Yeah, her question didn't go through, so I just translated the answer. I was trying to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The question was that she's creating a particular amount, and so she's creating 1 lakh. I'm sorry, $1,500, and she wants to create $7,000, and there's a huge gap. That was the question. Okay.
كثير متماثلة معاه. Thank you so much. And then my hand's risen, not for this. There's an Arabic question after they finish. We
Okay.
can.
Thank you. Cool. Okay. Seema, does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And then what questions can I ask to invite that money into my life?
It's about not going into the conclusions that you cannot have it.
Okay.
It's really that.
I ask this, what energy, space, consciousness can I and my body be to create and generate, like whatever the X amount I want to put in.
Yeah, and I actually have another question for you. What energy, space,
Yeah.
consciousness can you and your body be that will allow you to create an exponentialized financial reality beyond this reality, greater than this reality, and superior to this reality? What would you?
Yes. Thank you.
And everything that doesn't allow that, can you just try and say that, please?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, popcorn, online shots, press me on. The way to go ahead from here is to actually stop giving significance to your present condition as to where you're standing right now.
Okay.
If you're going into, oh fuck, I've been trading 1 lakh for the past 6 years and I haven't moved an inch from here, and you're going into the wrongness of all those things, then guess what? You're going to create more of where you are right now because you're resenting where you are. You're not grateful for it. This question and really creating the space for the 7 fucking lakhs to show up. You're filled up you filled your space up with judgments and doubts and fears of actually being successful. It's not the fear of being failure. You're like, if I finally have the money that I'm asking for, then I don't know what the hell will I chase. Then I won't have a dream to chase. Then I won't have anything to create. Okay, so you have to give up your point of view if you want to receive. You're already receiving the lack that you've been asking for, but you can flip that and start receiving the money that you want. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
welcome. Samira.
Hello, hi, Samira.
Yes.
I have a question that every time I find a client that needs to have a service for me, like I'm a freelancer, I do e-marketing and etc. And I'm a healer and I do some sessions in access bars and etc. Some clients come and talk to me that they want to have a session, then suddenly they disappear after wasting my time in asking. And if I find a job, it's almost to be the salary is very little with a big effort. So I don't agree with it. Yeah, I don't go ahead with it. So I don't know where is the problem here. Like I have a lot of people talking to me to do to them some service,
Okay.
but
So,
I don't receive money from them, or they want a lot of stuff from me for free.
okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you already giving them all the information they require before they pay you? Truth.
No, I give them the plan ahead, that what I'm going to do
Okay.
exactly.
So I would recommend you come up with a system that actually works for you. So when a client comes to you, have the first, have a slot that you offer your services to them, a 30-minute slot, not 2 hour slot, not
Mm-hmm.
4 hours, not giving away your services for free. And then they're like, oh, I've received everything I have from her. I don't think I want to pay her.
Okay,
Okay. So when I'm
makes sense.
coming, yeah. So when you're giving me 30 minutes, so this is a little trick, okay, of business. When you give them enough and leave them a little hungry for more, is when they come back to you.
Okay. Uh, about me going to a job interview and suddenly the salary is very low.
What story do you have going on there?
What?
What story? Do you have a story that is no matter which job I go to, I'm always going to be paid less?
Maybe due to Corona, all the economic is down, so maybe I will not find a very big salary. Maybe
Isn't that a
something like that.
story?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to take all the questions. We have another 5-7 minutes to go, so Urpreet. So guys, hi. Before we go to Urpreet, I just want to let you know this is like an intro class to a 30 days class that I'm coming up with. And it is all about creating the space to uh, create the money that you'd like, getting over and destroying and uncreating your stories, and actually looking at one more layer beneath that of what are the hidden points of views that you have, and beneath that of all the stories that you've been carrying on with yourself and locking it up in your body as a way to always remember that lack is going to be your reality. Now, in this class, we're going to do the How to Become Money workbook and an energy full series for 30 days, which is pretty powerful if you ask me. It's going to fucking change your reality beyond what you can ever imagine.
Rishma, can we please add the link of the class to the Arabic chat as well?
Yes, I can send you the link. Okay. Now, what occurs is when you go through this particular work for 30 days, it's going to fucking create something that maybe you don't want to receive, which is a whole lot of money, a whole lot of ease, a whole lot of space to actually create the business that you truly desire. Okay. Ulpreet, are you still here?
Hanji, yeah, hi, Emily.
Hi. Yes. Tell me.
So I just wanted to ask ki, there is this space where I asked, I received that, and I suddenly go into a judgment when it starts showing up. Ki, will it come to me the way I have, the way I have been expecting it to? And then I stop creating for a while, all of a sudden. So it's a loop that keeps on coming up.
Can you say that again? Can you repeat your question, please?
I am saying that, say, I have an ask.
Yeah.
For example, I had this ask of my job that I wanted to leave it. Now that I have left it and it has showed up the way I wanted, all of a sudden I go into this judgment, oh my God, things after it, will they show up the way I wanted them to or not? And all of a sudden I just go on a pause of creating everything.
Wow, that's
So
a
it's a
beautiful
loop
thing.
that I'm in it.
Yes.
I'm unable to like break it.
That's a story.
Okay.
Okay, that's a story. So the thing over here is that Urvi, your asks are getting fulfilled. Whatever you're asking for, you're receiving it. And
yeah, and then I go into the judgment.
Yeah, because you don't like receiving what you're asking for with ease. You like a little struggle. You like a little suffering.
Could you say that again, Reshma? I didn't get you.
You love suffering.
Okay, everything that is awkward.
But you love it. How can you give up the beautiful thing that you love? That's suffering. How do you give up that?
I want to give that shit up now.
Are you sure? Okay.
Hello?
Are you sure?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So if you're willing to give up suffering, then Harpreet, you wouldn't doubt you. You wouldn't go into, okay, maybe I'm not, maybe I won't create the stuff that I created after I left my job. You would go, okay, now what the fuck would it take to create this?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Zina, we have questions if you're in.
Yes.
I
Me
did post the link onto
حطت اللينك حق التعبئة. And can we post it on the English one here because some Arabs are here as well?
yeah, I just don't know how to do that. Is it possible for you to post it here?
I will try. Because it's different PCs. It's not the same PC. I will try. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reshma,
So
you have to open it in your WhatsApp. Your WhatsApp has to be on your laptop.
No,
And
yeah, no, I know that. It's
yeah.
just Surbi, you're on. Can I send it to you? Will you post it here? Or I can send it to you too, Atika. Can you just post it in the comments?
I'm on my phone right now. I won't be able to do it right.
okay.
That's
Can you send it on my phone? I can send it. Sami, can you help?
Yeah, I can post it on. Okay, cool. We can go for the question.
Okay. So the question says, who, me or who?
Yeah, you.
Okay. So the question says, she was offered in her job a new position. دكتورة ريم بقرأ سؤالك إنه عرض عليه في العمل منصب جديد. She was offered a new position and it has money, but she said no, لكن في فلوس ورفضت because there's a lot of work and double the work and very tiring عشان في فلوس كتير وعمل مضاعف ومتعب جدا. Did she say no to the money? That was her question. هل رفضت الفلوس? And she's very grateful for your answer. For you answer.
Thank you. Okay, so no, when you start looking at will this work for me, and you're saying, and if it's heavy for you, then you don't go for it. That's not uninviting money. That's just saying, hey, I wouldn't desire this, but I'd desire something else. So if you're saying no to a job and then you say, fuck, I said no to a job and now I'm not going to get another one, that is uninviting money. But if you say, okay, no, this is not something I'd like, I would like this, like now, how do I say this? Okay, I don't want an apple for breakfast, but I'd like a pizza for breakfast, is inviting something completely different. But when you say no to something, then it's not uninviting money. It's just getting clear on what you desire. Does that make sense?
So just to be clear, it's when I translate it, it's she didn't say to the no to the money, but it's what she went to after is the uninviting. after the fact,
No,
like
so
when she said no.
she said no to the job, right?
Yeah, she said no to the job.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The job was tough, as in the job was more time consuming and more efforts, and it was not giving her the money that she wanted. So she said no, which is not uninvited money, because she knows that she would like to be paid more for a job that's ease and fun for her. Okay, so if you're saying no to something that you don't desire, that is not uninvited money. That's just getting clear on what you want. And it's like going to a restaurant and saying, hey, what is the chef in a mood to create today? Like, what can the chef feed me today? And the chef will be like, you know what, I'll give you a biryani. And you're like, no, but I don't want a biryani. I want a fucking salad. So when you get clear on your order, you get what you want. When you get clear on your ask, you get what you want. Otherwise, life will keep throwing stuff at you. You can say no to them. That's okay. That's not uninviting.
She says, thank you so much. And she is.
Thank you. Okay, you guys, it's time to go now, and I'm sure you may have questions. And
Rishma, just one more thing. Can we confirm the link to registration in this chat in case somebody wants to be from this chat? So before you hop off, if somebody wants to be on this chat, can you give us just 1 minute? Sammy, I sent you the link if you can help us. Because if somebody wants to choose it, if that works for you.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to try. And,
I sent Sammy.
I'm just going to try and connect. Okay, we're just getting you the link, you guys. You know where to find me. Even if you don't get the link, you can create. You can reach out to Z, or you can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you like. And okay, I got it. I'm sending. You got it.
I put them there's the link over there.
Yeah, I'm just sending you. One moment. We got this. Okay. Okay, you guys, I just put the link into the chat for everybody to have the link. This link is for you to register for the 30 days class. The class is for 9,999 rupees. That's about 1 rupee less for 10,000 rupees and $147. Okay, for a 30 days class. Now, if this is something that you would like, please reach out to me and we'd love to have you on. This begins on Monday. We start on Monday and it is 7 p.m. my time. So that's about 5:30 your time. Z?
Okay, so waqt, I'm not sure of the time, but the price in Saudi riyals is 551 and 25 halala. So it's for 30 days 51 ريال و25 halala. So can you give me the time again? I'll say it in Saudi. What's the time? What's the time in your time?
7 p.m. India time.
7 p.m. our time.
7 p.m. my time.
Okay. 7 المساء بتوقيت.
That's about
right.
That's about 5 p.m. is my guess, or 4:30 your time.
Saudi. Okay. 7 p.m. Okay, 1 second. We're saying. I'm sorry. 7 p.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I get the recordings, please?
Sure.
4:30. 4:30 p.m. in Saudi time.
Okay, that's 4:30 Saudi time. So I look forward to having you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It was absolutely a lot of fun talking to you and addressing this topic to you. I really hope this has contributed to you. We're going to dive deep into where you really uninvite money, where you stop yourself because of your family, your marriage, your children, your body, your culture, where you stay. And there are 100,000 reasons why we stop receiving money and having money. So if this is something that you would like, I'd love to have you on. Okay. And what else is really possible? Thank you so much, Zina. I am truly grateful for creating this with me, co-creating this with me, and thank you so much for everyone here for joining in and for your beautiful questions. So I will see you soon, and what else is possible? Thank you. Goodbye.